Well, hi, Jay Marie.
Hey, Judy.
Okay, and welcome to Southern
Sassy.
And we have got a great show planned for you today. We're going to be visiting at the Cocker Farm.
Yep.
And Jay Marie's got all this put together. I have no idea what we're doing exactly. What are we doing?
We're going to go fishing.
Fishing. Fishing for our
Fish.
All right. So
Of some kind.
I don't fish, but Jay Marie's got it all together, so I'm going to have to lean on her. So
Yeah.
All right. So stay with us here on Southern.
Sassy.
Welcome back to
Southern.
Sassy
We are at the Cocker Farm, and we're going to learn how to fly fish.
Fly Fish.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know if you catch flies or you catch fish, or if there's fish that fly.
I don't know.
I don't know a whole lot about
I
it.
brought my fly swat.
Well, maybe we might need it. I don't know.
I'm not sure what that is.
Have you ever
actually.
been fishing?
One time, and you know what? I didn't like it for me because they gave me this worm to put on the. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put. I couldn't touch
My daddy
them.
used to do that part. But now when I got older, he wouldn't do it. And we'd have to put our own worms on there. So I could probably put my worm on by the time I was 7. My daddy was a big fisherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this because I've never been fly fishing. I really don't know what it's about, but you've got this.
I've seen it on TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and a friend of mine talks about it all the time. So it must be something to it.
So when Jay Marie came up with it, oh, let's do fly fishing this season. I'm
Well,
like,
it's
what? What is fly? What is fly fishing?
I don't know.
All right,
I mean,
so-
I've been fishing, but it's like with the cane pole. We'd catch brim at my grandma's, and that was a stocked pond.
Yeah. Well, a big shout out to Cocker Farm.
Yes.
Beautiful out here,
It
and
is.
we're
It's
gonna.
really pretty.
Yeah, and fortunately we've got this nice weather, and so I guess.
We'll get at it in a little bit. So
Yep.
come back.
All right. And we're back. We're back with you here on Southern Sassy.
Yep. And this is our fly fishing expert, Karen Kiker. And she is gonna teach us what all this stuff is. Like, we're gonna go fishing, but it's not normal fishing.
Correct.
Correct. Okay.
We're not fishing for flies.
Oh,
and
okay.
The fish don't fly.
Now, see, that would have been a great show. I'm just saying, if
I-
the fish would fly.
But I think it's so interesting that Karen, you really go everywhere fly fishing. And how did all this get started?
Well, first of all, I'm not an expert by any means.
Compared to us, you are. So.
Well, I just have a passion for fly fishing. And how I got started is my daughter went off to college, and I had to find something to do, and this is just something I've always had an interest in doing, and it's just a great escape. So,
How did you start? Did you know how to do it before? Did you just Google it and go, I think I want to do
I
this?
just wake up one day and I'm going to.
Are there teachers out there, or
there
just,
are
you have to
teachers
figure it out
out
yourself?
there,
Or?
and we are so fortunate that we have one of the best fly fishing teachers in the country here in Dalton. And that is Wanda Hare Taylor, and she's here in
Really?
Dalton, and that's who I took my first lesson from. So
Really?
she's called the First Lady of Fly Fishing. So
That's pretty awesome. I didn't know
so
that.
she's here in Dalton, and the other thing is I just went in and signed up at a fly fishing shop and went on a fly fishing excursion to Montana.
By yourself?
Me and 8 men I did not know.
So you didn't have a friend
Nope.
or somebody
You
you
want to
knew?
do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I jumped in the deep end, literally, and that's how I learned.
And then you said you've gone to a lot of different places fly fishing. Where'd you say, Alaska?
I've been to Alaska, Montana, Michigan,
Wow.
North Carolina. We've got beautiful places here, North Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee. So
What's
we're
your
surrounded.
favorite?
Probably Alaska.
Really?
Yeah.
So-
Do you fish for a certain kind of fish? Because I know my dad will go trout fishing or fish for bass, and my dad's a big fisherman. So everything has its little nuances. So is there certain kinds of fish?
Well, of course, around here we have trout fishing.
And you can do fly fishing, whatever with that. Okay.
There's salmon fishing up around in the north. There's certain times of the year that we steelhead fish. You can fly fish for any type of fish, bonefish. You can use flies to fish.
Just
For
what
anything,
fish
yeah.
wants to bite.
Yeah, there's just certain flies, and I brought a couple of flies here just to show you. This are some of the flies that we use.
Okay. I was getting ready to say, how do you get that little fly? Because I've had to put worms on before, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
how do you get a fly? So
That's
you
not
don't really
real-
put flies
That's not
on
real
there as
flies,
bait.
though. I mean, you don't have you don't put a
No.
real fly in.
No, no,
See,
no.
I thought you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these are like fishing lures.
Yes.
Is what my dad.
Ah.
Okay.
And
But did he use rubber worms, and these are fuzzy?
well, what you do, you will, depending on what you're fishing for, depending on what time of the year it is, you will use a fly based on the insect that for that time of year. It's all kind of scientific, actually.
Oh.
So that's the kind of fly that you would use, and how you present the fly onto the water for the fish. So they're very smart. First
I was
of
going to
all,
say, it sounds like you got to kind of outfox them.
yeah, they're very smart. So, but anyway, that's kind of, and based on where you're fishing in the country too, is the kind of fly that you're going to use.
Now, do you make these, or can you buy these?
You can buy these.
I've heard that people used to tie them so they looked like a bug.
I don't tie them personally. I'm not that patient, but you can buy these at some of the local fly shops. Cabela's.
Fly shop? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say fly shops.
What's this for?
Oh, these are your little nets that, that when you catch that trophy fish
that I'm going to get today.
that you're going to catch, hopefully. That's what you're going to catch to net your fish, and you don't want to hurt the fish. I usually catch and release.
Okay.
I usually don't keep my fish, so I like to catch and release.
Okay.
So,
I touched this one, and it didn't look like it had a hook in it, but I was very careful. Do these have hooks
Yes,
on them?
most of them have a
Okay, so
hook.
when the fish,
and a lot of them,
but they're so dressed up and pretty, I had to ask.
a lot of them are barbless hooks, so you
What is
won't hurt the fish. So
what does
because
that mean?
I won't catch when I catch and release the fish.
Uh-huh.
You're not hurting the fish.
So there's not like a little spiky thing?
Right.
Well, what holds them on the thing
Well,
then?
sometimes they don't. Yeah.
Oh.
But
Unless he chomps down really good.
yeah.
Okay.
And then now this is one of my favorites. It's called the olive green woolly booger.
Is that a technical term?
They've got great names. I wish I could name some of these, but that's kind of my go-to fly in the Northwest Georgia streams here.
Why is that?
Well, it's like if nothing else is working, that one always works.
Well, so you say you're trying to mimic whatever that time of year the bug is. What kind of bug does this mimic?
Good question. I don't know, but it just always seems to
If
work.
I saw a bug like that, I would not like it.
I'm just relieved, Jane Marie, that we're not doing real live flies. No,
Inside.
flies. Flies, that's what I thought
did
fly
wonder
fishing
about
was.
that.
I thought you hooked with a fly.
I did too.
Seriously, that's what I thought.
I did too, because I was afraid to ask. I'm thinking, that's probably stupid, because I know that's probably what they do, so I'm not going to ask.
Now, you call these weights, right? No, that's the,
These are your wading boots.
wading boots. Okay.
Yeah. And you'll have waders.
Okay.
But we're not going to actually wade into the water today. We're not in a stream, but you'll have waders that keep you dry and warm, because usually your water that you're wading in is very cold. For the trout to live, you need about 45-degree water temperature or less. So usually the water temperature is very cold, and your feet and legs get cold.
What's the best time of year or time of day?
Time of year is spring and fall are the
Okay.
best times to fish. I usually go early in the morning. I'll fish all day long, but the water temperature is going to be about 45 degrees and less.
Okay.
So
What does this do for you from a standpoint of you love doing this, but it has to have more than just loving to fish? It has to do something with mental and just enjoy. I mean,
it's my escape.
yeah.
Some people like the golf course. Some people like to shop. The day after Thanksgiving, I always laugh. Most ladies are headed to the mall. I'm headed to the river. That's just my escape.
Cool.
It's just a sanctuary. It's so quiet. It's beautiful. Usually no cell phone service out there. It's just a pure escape for me. So.
Wonderful. Wow. So the fishing rods, or anything special about the kind you have to have?
Well, there's certain lengths and certain weights depending on what type of fish that you're fishing for. Usually in this area, I use like a 5-weight or a 6-weight, and that's depending on about the size fish that you're going to be fishing for. If you get anything bigger than that, it's just too much of a rod.
Right.
You don't have to spend a lot on a rod starting out. The brand that I use is called a TFO, Temple Fork Outfitters. It's very reasonable, but you can spend thousands of dollars on a rod if you want to. I just don't think it's necessary just starting out.
Just, yeah, I was going to ask, just to start out, just something simple.
Yeah, like $300, $400
Yeah.
for a rod.
Interesting. Well, you want to go fishing, Jane Marie?
I don't know. She said we have to put on different clothes, so I guess we'll have to get dressed before we go fishing.
All right, well, let's go fishing. I feel lucky today.
Okay. We'll be back.
Well, we're going fishing here.
Hey. We're practicing, sort of.
We've got all the attire.
We got our fishing clothes
Yep.
on. And I don't know if it's supposed to come up this high, but mine does. So I'm protected from water. So all right, Karen, what's up?
I mean, if you don't do it, at least you look the part. So
That's true.
Well,
We
it's all
look like
about
fisher
looking.
women.
Okay.
there's two main parts to casting.
Okay.
One's you're going to go back. Is your back is a very abrupt stop, and then go forward is abrupt stop. When you go back, that's loading your line, and then go forward. That's going to cast out your line.
Okay.
But don't go too far
Oh.
back, Jane Marie. Just go
I
right
caught
to
a
your
piece of
side.
grass. I caught a piece of grass. I was
So-
the first one to catch something.
So just
Okay.
go to the side, stop. Yep, and then forward,
Oh,
stop.
that's good.
So
That's
just kind of
good.
go.
That
just,
was good.
Just keep trying that for a little bit, and then we're going to try casting the line in a minute. And then Judy, if you don't want to try doing the side, you
Right.
can go up,
Okay.
stop like right at your eye
Right.
level, and
Okay.
then down.
Do I start right here though?
You want to start low, because if you start where you are now, you're halfway already up. So you want to start with your tip
That's
down,
not so bad.
Okay.
and it's all kind of in your forearm, and you just up and then down, up, down. So it's just very, very
Got it.
abrupt stop.
Did I get you
No,
that?
uh-uh.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I feel a bite. I feel a bite.
I'm bored. What's next?
So then you can let some line out.
That's
And
the
what it-
yellow thing. Okay.
And this is letting more line out. And you just kind of, to let your line out, you just do that. So now, hopefully we won't hit Brandon, our cameraman. So you want to come back and then back that way. And see how it goes back out?
Yeah.
And you just kind of point.
Okay.
So down and then back out. So you can just try.
Okay.
And
That's the
you're a
fancy
tennis
way.
player, so it's just kind of like even a tennis motion.
That's the fancy way. The way Jane Marie's doing it. I'm not fancy.
But
on
you
mine.
got to do an abrupt stop. That's loading the line. You don't want to let your line hit the ground though.
Oh, you didn't say that.
All right, so I'm gonna try this. Is my line out enough?
We can let some more line out.
Oh, that's harder when it doesn't hit the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So you want to come
I don't
back
think that was so good.
and there.
Oh, I heard that whip by my head.
Okay.
And you can even let more line out if you need to.
Ooh.
Oh, you've got to put it in the water first, right?
Uh-oh.
No, you don't. You have to do it this way.
I caught
Right?
something. Seriously.
Did you really?
Do you have something?
Oh my gosh, I got a fish!
Okay. Well, reel it in.
Oh, which way do I do? Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I was like, it won't pull.
Well, reel it. You reel it just like
You
a
don't
regular.
have your little thing. to
Oh
put
my
in.
gosh, I got a fish.
Look at that.
Her first fish on a fly. She caught your first fish on a fly.
Cool.
So now she's an official fly girl.
Oh my gosh, I got a, that's pretty cool. Hey darling, how are ya? Oh, see, he was just out for a Sunday swim and I just ruined his day. We're gonna put you back though, it's okay. Him's a baby.
So
Well, I thought I'd hooked something stupid, but that's a real fish. So really, if it just looks like a bug, any kind of fish, because we
If
weren't
they're
really
hungry.
fishing for anything, right? Any
Yeah.
particular kind of fish, right?
Right. So if they're hungry, they're going to bite.
Has that got a little hook in his mouth? But he's okay, right?
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't swallow it. So.
Okay, good.
Do they ever swim up close?
Well, you have to move it. All right. There you go.
Cool. I must have done something right.
You did something very right.
Okay.
I'm not getting any bites. Let me try it again. Let me try it again.
I can't believe that. That's cool. That is so cool.
Make sure it's not wrapped around down there. On the
Okay,
end.
gotcha.
Okay. Let's let some more line out, Judy.
I don't think mine's working properly.
Is yours broken?
Mine's because I'm left-handed.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Or maybe they don't like orange.
I think
Your line's the wrong
part
color.
of Judy's problem is her fly is off. I think she's lost it.
You don't have
So,
a fly.
Really?
Yep.
My fly's off?
Yep.
No wonder I'm not catching.
You have to have another fly.
Yeah, so we'll have to tie another fly on for you.
Oh my. Did we go get a fly?
Oh, here it is. He's laying on the ground.
He's a dead fly.
So this is
So-
what you do, is like you stand in the water all day and you cast this thing back and forth. This
Yes.
is a good workout.
But yeah, I'm usually in a river doing that, not on a bank. So,
All right. So how did I lose that fly?
I don't know. It must have got hung in the grass or something.
Yeah.
So we'll get you tied back on
Were
here.
you fishing for worms in the grass, Judy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, wait.
I'm coming over there to your spot.
I
Maybe
got a
my
good,
fly.
oh, you
Maybe
can't
she'll
come to
let
my
you,
fishing hole. I got a good fishing
Maybe
hole.
she'll let you use her rod and try to catch one until I get this tied back on.
You can come use mine?
Yeah, let me try yours.
Okay.
I'm going to try it
'Cause
a
I'm gonna
different
need-
way.
My glasses, I'm afraid to
Hey,
tie
I
this
like
back
the
on
way you're
here.
doing this though. 'Cause
It
that
was
looks good.
easier to me to
Let me try
kind of
this.
snap it back. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but
Well, I know, but you start right here, right?
don't let it hit the ground. That was important.
Wait. Well, do you put it in the water first?
Uh-huh. Put it, like put it back out in the water.
Start with it
Okay,
down.
this is the blind leading the blind.
Oh, okay. So it has
And
to be in
then
the
snap back,
water. Okay.
but don't let it hit the ground, so you got to kind of
Got
hold
it.
it up and snap it back.
Okay.
And then,
I can't get it any further. I don't think I'm real good at this. I think I'll stick with something else, Jane Marie.
I was trying to tie that.
I think it's
Here we go. Let me help you. You got it all tangled up here right now.
You sure you want to take me fishing somewhere
Oh,
else,
yes.
Karen?
Yes, you're going to love it. You'll get the hang of it.
So you got out there really, really far.
Now, what you want to do is, now that it's out there, you want to make that look like a live bait coming in. See, this is called stripping your line.
I see. So they're looking for the movement in the water?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had to be
So-
real still or something.
No.
Oh,
So-
I see.
Now that it's back here, what you want to do is lift it back, and that will go back out. And do
All right.
just the
Well,
same-
I never did do much fishing. In fact, I don't think I have fished before. But one time when I put the worm on the thing.
So,
So, Jane Marie, have you fished?
not like this. I mean, I fished with a cane pole, in my
Yeah.
grandmama's backyard, and I've fished with my daddy, like with a rod and reel, but
That was too cool. You caught a fish.
I know, that was
just
so
way
neat.
too cool.
so just kind
Made
of
me look
stick that in a little bit.
professional.
Yeah. So they probably
So,
don't.
yeah, just strip it in a little bit at a time.
Yeah. So they probably don't bite if they're just like.
Yeah, you got to keep moving it.
Oh,
Make it look real, like it's
okay, I
swimming.
got it.
Well, Karen, are there some other ladies that you do this with?
There are some ladies in the area, but not that many. I hope more and more women will learn that about the sport.
You should have like a fishing tournament or something
You know what?
and
I
raise
bet-
money.
I do take customers.
Now, what do you were talking about? You're using something about what were you telling me about? You were using
There was a
funds for-
charity or
for
something.
charity?
Yes, there is casting for recovery. A lot of breast cancer survivors, they will go fly fishing because of the casting motion is a good form of recovery after surgery. And also Project Healing Waters is for returning veterans after suffering from PST. Just the
Oh,
calming
really?
of after the calming
Okay.
of the waters. So,
Now, do I do this again?
Sure, have at it.
Okay, then we got to wrap it up, Jamie.
Yeah.
You might want to stay on my way. I got to run.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get out of the way.
Let me draw this one more
All
time.
right. Well, Judy's gonna
Here you go.
keep fishing, and Miss Karen and I are gonna call it a day. So,
I'm not calling it a date. I catch a fish.
okay. Well, that's fine.
So you can just finish up the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Judy's gonna catch a fish, but we may
Anyway.
not have time for that. So-
But anyway, thanks for being with us, and thanks to Cocker Farm. Thanks to Karen.
We've had a great time.
Yes, we have.
And I caught a fish.
All right, I'm going fishing.
See y'all later.
To advertise your business on TV, contact Elliott Media at 706 529 4237.